That means we were going. Like, there's no turning back from the start button. Not this one. Well, there's turning back from this one. I'm just waxing philosophical about starting and stopping. Stream number 4 of 4. 4 of 4. Well, let's do it. We're gonna just do a flyby, gather scientific data, and return to Kerbin. So I don't even look where I'm going. I assume this is gonna work. 3, 2, 1, go. Now we're sort of going the right way. I can turn stability off, actually. Flights are always better when I don't touch the controls. There we go. And they fall back. Never to be heard from again. We carried landing gear with us for no reason. It's because I just threw in Moonshot 2. This rolling the mouse is almost really ideal, but then it's not at all. Now, will we get cell phone service? Will we get cell phone service if we turn like this? No, solar panels. Will our solar panels receive light? And here we come. There it is. Pudding moon. Oh, it's coming in fast. Get all the goos. Let's now close that doohickey. And I've missed my burn, but it doesn't matter. Might be a little low. It looks like our periaps got a little bit small. All right, we've already hit the atmosphere. And look, we're pointing exactly the right way. Let's decouple. Oh, you know what? That was my materials bay. I wanted that. I forgot to actually pull the science into the science container, so we lost the most valuable piece of science. But you know what? I'm not hurting for science. I'm hurting for time. I've just been using this one single craft for all of my missions. Like, we brought landing gear with us for no reason. I do enjoy this game. Even though with my cold, it sounds like every game I play is making me grumpy. Now, how hard of a splashdown depends on whether I remember to deploy the parachute. This is a lovely island. Where are we? Oh, we're at this point right there. Across the... We could totally come here someday. So due east from the Kerbal Space Center, past this little spit of land, and encounter this lovely archipelago. I really want to just focus this whole career on exploring places. I'm not sure the mission commander is really awake for these. That's what Captain Picard says, right? Mr. Crusher, let's warp. It was more efficient. Ah, the sunrise. Ah! We're short 4 meters per second. I don't care. I actually do care. Like, that's not going to work. Question isn't whether we can... Ask not whether you can land on Minmus, but whether the Kerbal Mission Control Place will give you the contract to land on Minmus. What is this, by the way? Now we get to enjoy the placid experience of re-entry. Place your bets. Will it land in the ocean? Will it land on the ground? Will it encounter a physics glitch and go flying off into space at faster than the speed of light? Or will it explode? We're actually going to go back into space. I did not expect that. I feel like we need some R. Kelly or something. Yeah, that was very peaceful. Now, I don't know that I can switch now that I've smashed. Yes, I could just press terminate. We gotta fly. You gotta clean up after yourself. Explosions are possible. Hope nobody lives nearby. I'm kind of excited to build rovers and go somewhere interesting. Now this thing, why is it not happy with me? What's the problem? Look at these lines. What do those lines mean? I didn't extend it. You actually have to do. You actually do have to extend. Look at that. All right, let's point towards our node. It's rather normal looking. Alarm clock. See, I'm used to having my toolbar over on the. Whoa. I want to go to periaps, please. And once again, we're waking up Gene in the middle of the night. I'm afraid of continuing to do this, but I've got 2 more contracts where I can pass out from G-forces, and it gives me a lot of reputation. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. It's just so much fun to knock them out. You know what could be good is put Bill and Bob in there. Find out what it takes to knock them out. It won't be funny in a couple of days, but it's funny right now. What do I do to look around? Oh yeah, see, this is their view. I did pretty good. Giving them a good view. These guys. And we're gonna knock them out. That is our intention. Why the angled wings? The angled wings are... I was 20 centimeters over or I guess I was 80 centimeters over width in the spaceplane hangar, which I haven't bothered to upgrade. By angling them and then sliding in it a little bit, got a little bit more wingspan without it not fitting in out the door of the hangar, apparently. Remember not to get my controls flipped. I don't think I was fast enough. I wasn't fast enough. Gotta try again. These guys, maybe these guys are more tough. The last batch was instantly out. Mostly it was so it would get out the door. But when the wings are angled like that, right? And I yaw, I do rudder, it now rolls into it. I'm not touching, so if you look at well, it's got, let me turn stability off. If you look at the controls, I'm just going to yaw, but it's going to roll anyway. So that's what the dihedral does. But of course, if I just press T, then I don't have to worry about stability, so it's kind of a different concern. I wonder if I can get them to pass out from G-forces from rolling. I don't think that's a thing. Alright, we're going pretty fast. I think this will work this time. Come on, come on. 2 are out. Can I get Bill? No, Bill's a little tough. But Bob lost consciousness. Sorry, Bob. You've earned your reputation today. I'm an F5, jeez. If I had Ferrum, I think we would all die. You know, I've been flying with the flaps on the whole time, but I'm still waiting on a contract to land on Minmus. That was all. That was the whole thing. Anyway, I like the numbers related to the math of flying, but when it's the numbers of the contracts, I kind of glaze over. I loaded this up and I was like, oh look, I guess I installed Ven's stock part revamp because the colors are different. And I played for hours, not realizing that this is just what the capsules look like now. Like the heat shield does not need all of its ablator. It maybe needs like half of it for this return. And I'll be eating my words when my Kerbals blow up. But this is going to look funky, but I don't mind at all. All right, Midnight Rendezvous A. Oh, this is actually sounds like Jeb and Valentina are going on a date in space. I didn't really mean that to be what was happening here. That's purely accidental. I'm probably missing something very important. If I knew what it was, I wouldn't be missing it. Let's see if I can slip on my jacket before I start the gravity turn. I will turn on stability control if and when necessary. Oh, this got much louder than it used to be. Jeb looks like he's having a bumpy ride because I think it was a bit fast early on. I think that's totally reasonable. Back in the day, you know, everything used to be soup, and it was very critical not to go too fast in the soupy atmosphere. I'm gonna use the lazy approach to the launch. We will. Whoa, I tried to time accelerate by repeatedly pressing M. Did you enjoy that? Well, it would be helpful if I had stability on and I was roughly pointing the right direction. This is just what we needed right there. Confusingly, they do have identical names. Yeah, I actually have a question about Plasma Blackout. Now, when you turn on Plasma Blackout, do you end up with Plasma Blackout on the way out as well? You ended up with the communications blackout when you were leaving half the time, and I feel like that's kind of a critical time not to end up with the Plasma Blackout. A little prograde and a little bit out. There's where we're getting close. All right, we're close. Yeah, I'm often getting reentry effects in as I leave. That happens often. Increase the altitude of our orbit without increasing the period of our orbit and slowing down. 1.9. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that separation. Now let's turn around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jeb's a little rambunctious, isn't he? We do have to be in the general vicinity, or this will be very tedious. Whoa, we were much more in the general vicinity than I thought we were. Jeb is very happy. Val is probably less happy than that. How do I play this game? Turn on RCS. Do an EVA report, because... Now, wait. How do I switch vessels? It's been so long since I played. Val, I need you to pop outside real quick. And grab. Board. Which one of these does not have a Kerbal in them? I can't even find it. They have the same name. Okay, alright. I assume this is what I want. Should have had the music on for this. Board. I think that NASA astronauts should have Kevin MacLeod music play in their spacesuits when they go on EVA. I don't like this not having full throttle business. Now we're gonna go home. Just delete these. Delete all the things. I don't. Give the red tape to Gene. You know what? I think that guess wasn't all that bad. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let's see if lightning strikes twice. And by lightning, I mean my ability to land close to the Space Center. That's kind of how I predicted it would be. We would do Jeb and it worked well, and then Val would just go flying over. He seems to be having a good time. I kind of want to set up like an island retreat somewhere. I mean, I want to explore other planets too. My parachutes used to break all the time. You open the parachute and then at 500 meters, suddenly just yanks off. Look, I have 400 science. What am I going to do with all this science? We haven't even done anything yet. Well, now let's just start unlocking in order, right? So we're fine. These nose cones. The biggest jip, right? I'm gonna go for a little joyride, and then I need to go. I'm clearly not using my brain anymore. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've come up with so many dumb ideas in the last 2 minutes. They pass out. I failed the contract. Well, no, they want to pass out. They explicitly asked to pass out. So, okay then. Yeah, all right. Yeah, normally you don't want that. Does the apoaps need to be outside the atmosphere at the same time that they pass out? I wanted to find a way to like, there's not really a way to have them be passed out the entire time they're in space. You wanted to remember seeing your home planet from space? And why did you ask to pass out? This has become the knockout Kerbal tourists show. Oh, so close. Shondo is very, very strong. All right, let's go. Well, there we go. That was successful. Actually, I almost knocked out Jeb there. I can land near the runway, but I dare not land on the runway. It is a form of suborbital. I mean, isn't just like a nice buoyant leap is a suborbital trajectory. I need to make myself some tea and I go to sleep. Good night to all the Kerbals who are awake again now that they're not passed out.